The Underdog in American Politics, the Democratic Party and Liberal Values, written by Karl G. Trautman, narrated by Karl G. Trautman. Preface. Thanks go out to many people, my colleagues who read various parts of my writing over the last several years, Amy Zesba, who provided invaluable assistance in helping the book come to completion, and my wife Deb for realizing how important this book is to me. It is difficult to pinpoint exactly when my passion for the underdog began. The easy explanation is that I am a redhead. I realized very early on in my life that there was a characteristic I had that I could not hide from anyone. I understood from a very early age how it felt to be different. It seemed to me that I had to try harder than anyone just to be part of the crowd or equal. That is the curse. The blessing is much stronger. I sought out other people who were somehow different and began to understand what they went through. The comparatively mild form of discrimination I received when I was young is actually extraordinarily trivial. It cannot in any way be equated with the harsh examples that individuals and groups have experienced in the past and still feel today. However, I still remember it, or part of me does. The feelings of injustice that it brought forth in me is one of the links I have with underdogs. Perhaps it began because of when I grew up. I have vague memories of underdog struggles from my childhood. They include the 1967 season of the Boston Red Sox, the Impossible Dream song from the play Man of La Mancha, and the assassination of Bobby Kennedy. What do all of these have in common? They all involve tremendous struggles of long shots that ultimately come up short. Wherever it began, I have been rooting for underdogs all my life. I hope this book helps you understand why. Note, this book has been slightly modified from the print and electronic versions. Chapter 1, Introduction. The intent of the book. The purpose of this book is to explain and analyze the historical and ideological links of the Democratic Party to underdogs. It is my hope that the reader will understand how the concept of the underdog has shaped and continues to shape the politics of Democrats. This book may be used as a tool to harness the power of the underdog for continued progressive political change. Why underdogs? Why Democrats? It seems that everyone wants to be seen as the underdog. Romantics, idealists, and do-gooders are drawn to the defense of them. Individuals who stand up for them are considered heroic. Organizations that represent them are acclaimed. Nations that fight for their interests are praised. Culture is shaped by how underdog stories are incorporated into its fabric. The underdog has a particular appeal to Americans. American society is defined and influenced by concerns about equality and fairness. It is also troubled by discrimination, persecution, and injustice, persistent reminders that many core American ideals fall short of reality. This unease is expressed through sympathy and empathy and is often played out on the stage of American politics. Moreover, there is a process appeal of underdogs as well. Americans love a good game. Rooting for the team, person, party, or company that is perceived to be behind in a contest is exciting. If ideals interrelate with the contest, all the better. Thought and emotion combine to produce political dramas. The reader may ask, why the Democratic Party? I believe as a party it best represents the history, culture, and interests of underdogs in American politics. The ideology of the majority of Democrats is still some strand of liberalism, however hidden by employing the linguistic turn of progressive. Liberals have historically fought for the little guy, no sexism intended, the person who does not have much money, power, or resources to better his or her lot in life. Democrats have also stood up for groups that have been historically discriminated against in law and practice, most notably the poor, women, racial and ethnic minorities, gays, and the disabled. While there is a story to be written about the Republican Party and underdogs, it deserves a distinct focus and comprehensive analysis that is beyond the scope of this book. What is an underdog? Even though
Sample complete. Ready to continue?